Hi everyone, welcome on board to Helper.tv, where you get the reliable news that is tailored for you, and of course where you can actually comment and interact. I say a very big thank you to those who have taken time to subscribe to this channel, and if you're yet to subscribe, kindly tap on that subscription button and also the red bell icon so you will be notified whenever videos such as this are uploaded. Former INEC chairman Professor Atahiru Jega speaks on Nigerian possible breakup and disintegration. He is the former chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission (NEC). Professor Atahiru Jega has said that there is a probability that Nigeria will break up, as once predicted by the United States Intelligence Agency CIA. Jega gave the warning on Wednesday in Abuja in a keynote address he delivered at a conference on 20 years of democracy organized by Tell magazine. Jega said the CIA thought that 2015 was the do or die period for Nigeria. And may I remind you of this? 1st of January 2014, the amalgamation ended. That is the 100 years of Nigeria being together. 100 years of corruption. 100 years of decay. Everyone thought that Nigeria should have disintegrated. At that time, even the CIA, they felt that Nigeria, in the way after the 2015 general elections, that has come and passed. But I think if we do not take care, he said, a lot of these predictions will come to pass. That is why we need to do quite a lot, much more than we have ever done, in order to protect the integrity of the electoral process before 2023. A few years ago, the CIA predicted that Nigeria will no longer be in existence. The prediction attracted wild reactions from Nigerians who wondered if their nation was really programmed for self-destruct in 2015, an election year. And you know what that means? That is the period that General Buhari, the liar that claimed that he is a democratic government, there will be a democratic president. Buhari stepped in 2015. It's a shame and it's so sad. Now, if CIA had predicted that Nigeria should have disintegrated 2015, why are we still together? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of IPOB, called for to secede from Nigeria, not because he's the first person, but he has stood his ground and he said Nigeria should break apart. And by law, constitution-wise, based on the amalgamation, we should break apart. Now, some people say there aren't any law or anything written in the constitution that gives opportunity for a plebiscite or for a referendum in Nigeria. All of that to me is bull talk, is bullshit, is nonsense. I don't see that as being the way forward. The way forward is for us to look at that document that brought us together by the same man called Lord Lugard, that brought the North and the South of Nigeria together. How I wish the North and the South were never together. I think the southern part of Nigeria would have grown higher than where we are today. Just look at the northern part of Nigeria. Their leaders have used religion, a kind of distorted Islam, Sharia, and a whole lot and host of terrible culture. They've used this to put them down. See Almajiri children all over the streets of Nigeria, in the northern part of Nigeria. It's a shame. So, Jega said that is why they need to do a lot. And I don't know what he means by doing a lot. There is no lot to be done than for a referendum to actually come to pass. Let them pass a bill in the Senate and allow a referendum. Simple. Jega also said the deployment of soldiers and other security operatives during elections was meant to address the systemic security challenges. Dignitaries at the event included the chairman of Punch Nigeria Limited, Mrs. Angela Emua, publisher of the Source magazine, Comfort Obi, former chief of staff to ex-president Goodluck Jonathan, Mike Ogiadome. Also at the event, the national chairman of the All Progressive Congress, Adams Oshiomhole, took a swipe at those he called ethnic jingoists. Jega said, a lot has been said about the deployment of security during elections, but we should recognize the fact that in Nigeria, we are faced with systemic security challenges. The presence of security is to ensure that the people have the peace of mind to come out to vote freely. The most important thing is to ensure that the security deployed is impartial and non-partisan. They should be professional in their conduct. It blamed low turnout of voters during elections on the lack of trust, saying many registered voters failed to vote. Perhaps the clearest evidence of this loss of trust and confidence in the electoral process is the declining voter turnout in elections since 1999. The reported data of voter turnout as a percentage of registered voters for elections are 52.3% 1999, 69.1% 2003, 57.3% 2007, 55.4% 2011, 44% in 2015, and 37% in 2019. Is a shame. Can't you see the figures? According to him, although a lot of improvement has been seen in the past few years, there will be a possible reversal of fortunes in the 2023 elections if money bags continue to use the thugs and money to buy votes. Meanwhile, the editor-in-chief of Tel magazine, Nosa Igebo, disagreed with Oshomole over his remark at the event concerning former President Olusegun Obasanjo. Oshomole had, with reference to Obasanjo, said, "It is unfortunate that a man in his 80s will say Nigeria may break up. Why do you want Nigeria to break up?" Now, that is Oshomole for those that are clamoring and saying that, saying certain things about certain minority groups in Nigeria. Some of them have decided to be part of Yoruba. Some say they are part of the Igbo. They say they are Igodomigodo, and all of that. All of those things are just, to me, they are nonsense, because we have typical Nigerians such as this Oshomole that are part of the decay. He was once a person that claimed that he feels the pain of workers, and he was the head of the workers' union. He was known to have led protest. He was known to be very good with oratory. But unfortunately, the people that he was protesting against, he was given a little opportunity just to taste that national cake, just to dip his own spoon into that pot. And Oshomole became the devil like the rest of them. Maybe you are a party member, APC, or you are a family friend of, maybe you just like Oshomole. It's all right. But what I want you to tell me is this. What has Oshomole done in Edo State? Has it been able to change your life? That your brothers and sisters that have been desensitized, brainwashed, that do not see value for themselves, go on the boat and die on the sea, or engage in prostitution in Europe? What a shame. What has it done? Has it been able to upgrade the minds, the intellect of the people of Edo State? What about the road that he got the contract for and he couldn't do it, and he lied and he pointed to some other road and he said that is what he did, and many other issues? Now you know what is happening now between him and Obaseki. Obaseki was about to probe him. I'm not saying maybe Obaseki is clean, but that shows that all of those people, once they are given opportunity to dip their hands into the pocket, the treasury, they do it astronomically. They do it so, they are so intense to these criminal activities of theirs. So there are a lot of them all over the south and the northern part of Nigeria that are involved in all these criminal activities. So he went further to say, don't you want your children to enjoy it? These are people who dismantled the regions, created additional states, and gave us the current structure. Now they are calling for restructuring. Who gave us the present structure? We must be careful of these tribalists who cannot win elections in their own localities. But Igebo rose in defense of Obasanjo, saying you can accuse Olusegun Obasanjo of anything, but one thing you cannot say of him is that he is a tribalist. He is not an ethnic jingoist. Igebo also warned that if the imperfections witnessed in 2019 were repeated in 2023, there will be no future for Nigeria. The acting chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, Ibrahim Magu, represented by his special assistant, media and publicity, Tony Amokehodo, called on the media to hold leaders accountable on behalf of the people. Magu said, "Let me use the platform to challenge the press to rise up to the occasion as they play their roles at the fourth estate of the realm. You must also hold leaders accountable at all times. You must," he said, "above all, be responsible in this discharge of the delicate task placed on your shoulder." In his contribution, the chairman of AP's, Allen Onyema, singled out ethnicity as the most potent factor militating the growth and the development of Nigeria. He said, "I don't care if all the key actors in government come from one place. What I am after is good governance, and it is the truth. Because your tribe means nothing if you have saboteurs, you have criminals. These activities of these people are so endemic, so inimical. It means nothing." But then, with the way things are in Nigeria, people feel the best way forward so that we can cut off these tribal issues. Vested interest. Why don't we break apart first and then see how it is from there? After all, the North were under the colonial master that was controlling it, and the South was also surviving. So why join both of them together? Anyway, that is what it is. So democracy will never get to the level we want it to be if we continue to mount ethnic nationalism. If we get Nigeria right, she will be better than the whole of Europe put together. That is what chairman of APIS, Allen Onyema, stated. May I remind you guys to tap on that subscription button and also the red notification icon bell. Please do tap on it so you'll be notified whenever videos are uploaded. Thanks for stopping by.